It's time for entertainment purposes only, our picks. Want to remind you, legalized sports wagering just a little bit over an hour away from downtown Cleveland. Presque Isle Downs and Casinos, right off of I-90. It is in Erie, Pennsylvania, the Bet America Sportsbook. They've got 50 state-of-the-art kiosks located throughout the casino. It's easy. It's touchscreen, and it is real easy. You put your money in, and you make your bets. Well, D-Man, it is now week 2 with you and I going head-to-head. You got the better of me last week, 3-1. You were 3-1. I was 2-2. I'm a game behind you. Let's start off where we always will. The Browns, they are on the road in Mile High, taking on the Denver Broncos, and the Browns are 3-point road favorites against those Broncos.
Listen, if the Cleveland Browns don't win this, let alone cover it, they should turn in their NFL membership cards and not even board the plane to come back here. You have to win the game for so many reasons. Among them, Brandon Allen is starting for the Broncos. He hasn't started an NFL game in his career. I get that the Broncos' defense is better than we thought it would be. I get that they're looking for payback for last year at Mile High. Who cares? The Browns have to win the game, should win the game, and will win the game and cover.
You, again, are taking the Browns, giving the 3 to the Broncos in that game in Mile High Stadium. And I'm going to agree with you as well. I think the Browns have to win it. From what I've seen, I saw the Broncos play last Thursday, and it was awful against the Kansas City Chiefs. And quite frankly, Joe Flacco was awful. So I'm not surprised they're going to Brandon Allen. And, you know, some people thought it might be Drew Lock, but anything had to be better than what Joe Flacco had been giving them. Kansas City blitzed him coming off the bus, and he didn't do much better last week. So Allen will get his shot without question.
This is a game that's made for Steve Wilks, the defensive coordinator of the Browns. He should have plenty dialed up to rattle Allen, although the Broncos will probably feature a steady dose of the run game to protect him and give him a limited package that it doesn't require any daring throws. My feeling is if the Browns protect the ball, they'll win the game going away. As long as they don't give the the Broncos short fields, they'll be fine.
Well, you're teasing us here. The Ravens. So the Ravens and the
Ravens
Patriots.
on my brain.
Ravens they're hosting the Patriots, and the Patriots 3.5-point favorites over the Ravens at home. Who do you like in that one?
Few people outside of New England like Belichick and Brady as much as I do. I thought the Patriots were going to hammer the Browns last week, which happened. But I'm looking at this Patriots team. Admittedly, it's undefeated at this point. I'm saying I don't know that this is a 16-0 team. And if I don't know that it's a 16-0 team, I got to have a loss in there somewhere. And if you're going to lose a game, why not have it be in Baltimore? Ravens have an offensive threat in Lamar Jackson that the Patriots have not seen yet this year, that type of talent who can beat you with the legs and the arm. They have, some additional running pieces. But most importantly, the Ravens under John Harbaugh and even before that under Billick, they're not afraid of Belichick and the Patriots. They don't cower and worship at their altar. So I think that the Ravens can not only cover this, but win it outright.
So you like the Ravens at home getting 3.5 from the Patriots?
Yes.
I'm going to stay on that same game, and I'm going to go with the Patriots. Again, I think Bill Belichick has a history of taking away what an offense does best. And you can say whoever the defensive coordinator is, that's Bill Belichick's defense. He is going to make Lamar Jackson throw to beat the Patriots, and I don't think Lamar Jackson can do that. As long as you don't let Baltimore's run game get going, like the Browns shut it down, you can shut down the Ravens. I see the Patriots doing that as well. I'll give the 3.5, and I think that the Patriots will, in fact, beat the Ravens by more than 3.5. Let's go back. Chicago against Philadelphia. The Eagles at home, 5-point favorites against the Bears and Menor High quarterback Mitch Trubisky, who has struggled a little bit for Chicago.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Trubisky factored into this pick for me. I didn't want this to be the case. I wanted the Bears' offense under Trubisky to be a machine, but the fact is it's not. It's a really, it almost looks prehistoric at times. It's so bad. And that's one of the reasons why I don't think the Bears are going to do anything when they go into Philadelphia that's going to scare the Eagles. The Eagles were blown out in Dallas 2 weeks ago, but they come back with a very impressive handling of the Buffalo Bills in the hostile environment in Orchard Park. So I think the Eagles are riding the momentum of that victory, and the Bears coming off of their loss to the Chargers at home, the fact that their offense has really gotten bad in a matter of weeks. I think that that combination means that the Eagles are going to win this one convincingly.
And your fourth pick, Titans against the Carolina Panthers. Panthers at home, so Carolina at home, 4-point favorites against the Tennessee Titans. And Carolina, I picked them last week. They took a beatdown at the hands of the 49ers. So I'm a little shy from the Panthers beatdown of a week ago.
Well, yeah, and that was one of my losses when I went 10-5 last week for the Plain Dealer and cleveland.com, the full picks. I went with Carolina plus the points. I thought McCaffrey would do a nice job, but the Niners are on a different level. Okay, that's one part of it. But the reason I take Carolina this week is because of the embarrassment motivator. I think that Carolina was embarrassed in San Fran or in Santa Clara, and they will come home in front of their home crowd, and they will use that embarrassment as fuel. And the Titans are beatable. Admittedly, I'm a little uncomfortable sometimes because the Titans always seem to keep games close, but I like Carolina to respond to getting their cans handed to them against San Francisco, and I think they'll come out with an inspired performance over a Titans team that has already had quarterback issues.
Yeah, Tannehill is going to play quarterback, and Cam Newton will not play for the Panthers again. They're still trying to get him ready and recovered. So you like Carolina at home -4 against the Titans. I'm going to go with the Seahawks -6 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. My thinking behind this, Jameis Winston has just been awful throwing interceptions, turning the ball over, and not being what Tampa Bay needs him to be is a guy that's been in the year. He's been in the league 4 years now, so you haven't seen the development from Jameis Winston that, quite frankly, Bruce Arians needs. And I think that Seahawks offense, Tampa Bay's defense has been awful too. And you've got Russell Wilson in that offense going, and Seattle, not an easy place to play. I'll give the 6 points to Jameis Winston and the Buccaneers and go with the Seahawks. And then one that I like a lot, the Colts -1 at Pittsburgh. Indianapolis -1 against the Steelers. Now the Steelers, they don't know if they're going to have Connor. He has that AC joint injury. You still have Mason Rudolph as your quarterback. There's not a lot that scares me, and Jacoby Brissett has been better than I think most people expected him to be at quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. That's a team that looks a lot like a playoff team going in and facing the Steelers, who struggled a little bit on Monday night against the Dolphins as well.
Dave, I really like your call there. I think the Colts are insulted by that line. I saw it in a pick 'em in some places, -1. The Colts should be minimum 3, 4, 5-point favorites because even with Brissett, they're a solid to good team. They're a playoff caliber team. The Steelers are running Mason Rudolph out there. The Colts are going to be like, come on now, we should be favored by more than this. And I think Frank Reich will have them ready to play. I agree with you on that one.
So D-Man has he's 3-1, has a 1-game lead on me. I was 2-2 in our first week. We'll keep a running total of this as we go. And again, you can check out cleveland.com, Plain Dealer. You can see all 15 picks that the D-Man has for NFL Sunday coming up this weekend. We also want to remind you, legalized sports wagering, a little bit over an hour away from downtown Cleveland. Presque Isle, Downs and Casino, Erie, Pennsylvania, right off of I-90. Bet America Sportsbook in that casino, 50 state-of-the-art kiosks. touchscreen betting. It is real easy. And again, it's just over an hour away from downtown Cleveland, right off of I-90.